A good way to strengthen your wrists and your forearms is to grab a bottle or a light weight, or in my case, since I don't have either of those around me right now, I found this garden feeder, which is about, it feels like it's about 2 pounds. So I'm gonna get creative here. So to strengthen your wrist, I'm gonna use this chair to stabilize my arm because I want to isolate my wrist so that we can move it. That's the goal. We're going to move it in several different directions. If I just have it right here, I might be inclined to move my arm and not put as much focus on my wrists, unless I can, you may be able to do this if you have to, but it's better to find an object that you can rest your arm on to really stabilize it. A rocking chair, not the smartest idea, right? Okay, but let's go. So up and down is the first movement. And it shouldn't be too hard. The weight should not be that heavy. We're gonna go up and down about 6 times, 6 to 8 times. And you're gonna feel a burn. In my case, I'm feeling a burn right through here, right through my forearm, and a little bit in my hand. But again, it shouldn't be too hard. It's just a nice little warm up and exercise. From there, we're going left and right. Again, just about 6 to 8 times or so. And then circles. Do about 3 circles in one direction, and then rotate. About 3 circles. And then you can just kind of shake it off. Feel a little burn right here, shake it off. Stretch it out with your hand. And then, of course, obviously, do the other hand. Now the classic wrist workout stretch on the floor. This is how I like to approach it. First, I will gradually start getting used to putting pressure on it for the day, of course, because it sort of restarts each day. And if you wake up feeling a little extra tense or extra sore in a certain spot, sometimes you can feel it if you're moving on it. You can feel that tension in that spot. What I like to do is gradually put more and more pressure on it and rotate around that spot. So for example, if I feel it right here in this corner, right here of my wrist, I'll put pressure on that spot more and more and more. Make sure you're breathing. Keep your arms locked too. Don't bend it at your elbow. Keep your arms locked. And I'll rotate around it. And usually that tension will go away. Do the same with the other arm. So I'll put pressure on one arm, kind of rotate in circles, just like that. Half circles. I'm just kind of walking on it during the whole stretch, more or less. I'm walking on it or shaking it off in between holds. And I'm not really holding a certain direction for too long, only for about maybe 3 to 6 seconds. This direction you can sort of lean, sway side to side. And then as for this direction, as for this stretch, rather than stretch both sides, I mean this is great too, but what I like to do is when I stretch one arm in that direction, I'll keep the opposite arm facing forward so I can really support this arm and put more focus on it. And do those little half circles, just like I was doing when my hands were facing forward. And then from there, it always feels good to stretch it out this way, straight from there. Shake it off. Same thing on the other side. A few rotations. A little more pressure. Yeah. And then you can quickly go through each direction. Don't forget to kind of go gradually out at an angle. Don't go straight from here to here, but get this in between diagonal angle as well. Sometimes when we're walking on our hands or holding a handstand, if you do handstand training, then our hands can turn out slightly. And this can be the same, you know, for push-ups and other exercises as well. All right, shake it off. And now, my wrists, my arms, even my forearms, they feel pumped, nice and warmed up, and ready to start my training.